about Shea Lacey, people? How about the 17-year-old kid that came on the game today while we were 2-2 and could have won it for Manchester United? If there's anything that we can say and we have to appreciate, is the fact that Shea Lacey is absolutely the gem of the gem, the creme de la creme of our academy. There's a reason why he was brought on today and the rest of the mandatos did not come on. He is a talent. And oh, did I wish that Ruben Amorim played him more. Because just seeing that today against Burnley, seeing the threat, seeing the cojones, that kid has so much cojones, I have to say, for him to shoot that ball when it was in the dying moment. A 17-year-old that is ready to absolutely demand that he is in the first team. We have to give him appreciation. Yes, I'm yet to talk about the 2-2 game, but I just had to take about a minute to talk about Shea Lacey because it's impressive. It's impressive. He is 17. I don't know what I was doing at 17, but it was not playing in front of 75,000 people. It definitely was not doing that. I was not. I don't know what you were doing, but for a fact, I'm sure that you were not doing that also. Maybe you were playing in front of 15,000, or you were playing in front of 5,000, or you were playing in front of your parents. But it definitely was not playing at Old Trafford. Well, not Old Trafford, but playing in the Premier League against Burnley, a Premier League side that has shown to be absolutely an elite side when they absolutely get you at home. You get me? But we have to absolutely say, in my mind, that this kid is the truth. He is the truth in every way, and we need to appreciate him. I can't wait to see him against Brighton because we face Brighton in the League Cup or in the FA Cup next. I can't wait to see him against Brighton. I know we are going to talk about Bruno. I know we are going to talk about Benjamin Sesko. We are going to talk about all the things that happened in this game, and we are going to tackle it each and every point. But we just needed to give a second to talk about Shea Lacey. Now I cannot wait for Ibrahimov because when he comes from the academy too, it's going to be exciting. But one thing I'll have to also say is it is good to have the United DNA. It is good to have the young boys coming from our academy and actually playing for the senior team. Kids that are absolutely courageous. All they can do, all they have in this situation is going forward. They can't disappoint anyone because we don't have an expectation for them. It absolutely is. It's just amazing in my mind. Now let's talk about the game. You get me? Let's talk about the game. We can't go too long without speaking about it. The game ended 2-2. It was a frustrating moment. It was a frustrating result. But this is something that we have seen throughout this season. Throughout the season, when it comes to going forward, we are better, if not better than majority of the league. Come to going forward, we are better than a lot of people. But when it comes to defending our goal, and we are allowing it in like somebody that just came back from Bang Boss. Just came back from Bang Bros. We are just allowing everything in. Anyone that comes into Bang Bros is up at that point. That is how our defense is. Because we can't save a point to save our life. We can't get 3 points to save our lives at this point. It starts with an on goal. Burnley starts in the 13th minute. They go on to score a goal. Now this goal, it did not need to happen. It did not need to happen in my mind because it was a surprise lead. But Aiden Heaven playing the right centre-back position in a position where he needed to use his right foot in order for him to block the ball because that angles his body away from the goal. Rejecting the ball, but using your left foot and having to turn the way he turned absolutely gave the deflection. And it was a nasty deflection that literally lobbed our goalkeeper. But I'm not going to blame Aiden Heaven because he's still a 20-year-old. He's a 20-year-old kid, and the experience is what matters in that situation. Yes, he is absolutely one-footed. We know that for a fact. But experience will tell you what foot you should use in terms of deflecting the ball and keeping the ball away from going in terms of the cross. It did not happen today. They scored. That is fine. I absolutely agree with it. And I'm okay with that because it's growing pains. It's the second goal that pissed me off. You understand? The second goal that pissed me off the most. But before we do that, we have to go into Benjamin Sesko because Manchester United go into the halftime 1-0 down. And every single person is already freaking out that we are not able to put passes together and connect passes to make our offense actually click. But guess what? Benjamin Sesko stood up to be counted. He stood up to be counted today. He told us that he is ready for the limelight. And the beautiful thing about this situation is that you saw the conversation between Fletcher and Benjamin Sesko. It's basically reported here. He says, I sat down with him yesterday and showed him videos of his movements and how the opportunities are going to come. He was fantastic tonight. He just needed to understand that he is that good of a player. He needed to understand that he is that guy. He is him for crying out loud. And when he realizes that, we need to understand that he is going to be giving us 20 goals a season. That confidence that we saw, him playing on pure instinct, that right there is what we need in our number 9 position. We don't need him thinking too much. We don't need him running at the goalkeeper and thinking, oh, I have 3 things to do. What is the decision I'm going to make? When you start doing that, you start messing up. And that is the reason why he scored a brace today. Now, the first goal that he scored, what a pass from Bruno Fernandes. And how much did we miss Bruno in this team? A pass that was running against his shoulder. He swings at the ball perfectly. Low goal. There's no way that goalkeeper is stopping it. And that right there was just instinct. He did not think about it. He did not even have a second to stop the ball. He needed to swing at it, and he did that, and it was a perfect goal, the way we wanted it. And all of a sudden, Benjamin Sesko's confidence is returned. This is a 6'6" human being that can jump higher than LeBron James. We start seeing him attack the ball. We start seeing us cross the ball, which then led to the second goal, which was basically 10 minutes apart. Dogu gets the ball on the left-hand side, crosses the ball, and a one-time finish. Something that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer himself, hopefully, or maybe our next interim manager will be proud. Something that Wayne Rooney will be proud. Something that the poacher himself, Van Nistelrooy, will be proud. That right there is what we're talking about. Benjamin Sesko hit that ball, opened his body up with his right foot into the back of the net. There's no saving it, even though Dubravka did a really good job in trying to. But the funny thing about Manchester United is that when we score and when we start leading, we don't have this killer instinct to go put our legs on top of your neck and finish the job. Leave your leg on top their necks. It doesn't matter what the freaking situation is. If you're 5-0 up, you leave it on up. So you can absolutely finish them. Because what we did after going 2-1 up, we relaxed. We stepped back and we gave them an opportunity. And the funny thing about this situation is, Jadon Anthony, in the first half of the season, the first time we faced Burnley, did exactly the same thing. The goal was almost identical. He turned around, he wrapped up and literally wrapped his foot around the ball, and it was in the back of the net before we could even say jack. That is where it's so annoying to me. We relaxed when he had the ball in our 18-yard box, when we should be closing up as quick as possible. Literally what I'm trying to say. If you do not understand the situation by now, this is our biggest problem, Fletcher. Our defense is our biggest problem. We need to be as tight as possible in the defense. If we can do that, we would win multiple games and win them in a very good fashion. We need to do that. So one of the things that we need to focus on in this situation, I've already spoken about United's attack. United's dominant in territories in that situation, chances after chances, especially when it comes to halftime. They showed more intent, tempo under interim coach Darren Fletcher, and improved forward transitions. Sesko's looked confident and opportunistic in front of goal, and that is all we have been asking of when it comes to Sesko. And then you have to look at Burnley's resilience. Burnley defended deep, but launched dangerous counterattacks, and we saw that, and that all stemmed from Edwards. I don't know his first name, but that dude, shot bomb mighty. They say everything, what's the saying? Something small comes in, I don't know, whatever the situation is, we move. You get. But their equalizer came from space that United gave up around the box yet again. This is a recurring issue when it comes to transitions that we need to solve. Turf Moor atmosphere and the physicality plus the intensity helped Burnley stay in the match. And we had opportunities to win the game. Of course, we have already spoken about Shea Lacey. We had so many opportunities to win the game. We did not. Despite holding most of the ball and creating more chances, United's defensive mistake cost us yet again when it comes to this situation. It cost us 2 points today. The lack of clinical finish kept Burnley within reach. Because if we had finished the header from Sesko, 2 headers from Sesko, if we had finished from Mateus Cunha's chance, if we had finished from Bruno Fernandes' ball that hit the bar, we get this game away from them. They would not even be able to touch us when it comes to this one. Unfortunately, this game ended 2-2. When you're looking at expected goals, Man United had 2.25 expected goals to Burnley's 0.24. We should be away from them, far, far away. But this game ended 2-2 for crying out loud. Total shots for Burnley was 7, while Manchester United had 30 total shots. 30 total shots. That's 3 decades worth of shots. We should have converted more. They had 0 big chances, we had 4. When we start converting our big chances, we start putting teams to the sword. That's what we need to start doing. Put teams to the sword where they don't even have an opportunity to come against us. So what does this really mean for Manchester United? We'll start with Burnley first. It's a tough game, but morale-boosting point versus one of the big 6. You get still near the bottom, but the performance shows a fighting spirit for Burnley. For Manchester United, another missed opportunity to climb into the Champions League spot. We are showing signs of improvement based on our attacking rhythm, but the defensive lapses are definitely a concern. And that right there is something that we need to absolutely put into bed. You understand? Now we have to look at the player notes that I usually like to give. Benjamin Sesko, man of the match in my mind. Renewed confidence with a brace today. Breaking his drought that he has not scored in 7 games. In 7 consecutive games, he has not scored. However, we did that today. So, one thing is for sure, Burnley are going on to face Tottenham Hotspur. Tottenham Hotspur is someone that is struggling to get a goal. Is struggling to get a win. They can't help it. So, Burnley definitely have an opportunity to get 3 points there. Manchester United go face Brighton next. We absolutely need to go get that job done. Anyway, let me know what you guys think about this down in the comment. Make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that follow button, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.